on global geopolitics. Today is 18 July 2024. I'm your host Daniel, founder of HM Intelligence. Every weekday, we bring you not just the news, but the so what from events and decisions that shape our world. This brief will be short and sharp, allowing you to stay informed and up to date on the go. So grab a coffee and get ready to be informed. In today's update, we will be covering the former Kosovo rebel chief who has been sentenced to 18 years in prison, the Paris mayor who swam in the Seine ahead of the Olympics, and the Romanian court as it bars Andrew Tate from EU travel until his trial. So firstly, former Kosovo rebel leader Shaala was sentenced to 18 years in prison by judges in The Hague for war crimes committed during the 1998 and 1999 uprising against Serbian troops. Shaala, known by his nickname The Wolf, served as a local military leader for the Kosovo Liberation Army in western Kosovo during this time. The EU-backed court, which operates as part of Kosovo's judicial system, focuses on crimes between 1998 and 2000. Shaala was convicted of the arbitrary detention of at least 18 ethnic Albanian civilians accused of spying or collaborating with Serbian forces. These detainees were held at makeshift jails in a metal factory in Kukus, northern Albania. The court found Shaala guilty of murder, torture, and arbitrary detention. One victim died in detention from a gunshot wound and lack of medical treatment, while others were forced to witness his suffering. The presiding judge highlighted the compelling eyewitness accounts of abuse despite a climate of witness intimidation. Throughout the trial, Shaala denied the charges, with his lawyers asserting his absence during the crimes. However, the court's findings were clear and decisive, leading to the 18-year sentence. This case is part of ongoing efforts of Kosovo's chambers established in 2015 to address war crimes under Kosovo law committed by KLA fighters. The conflict in Kosovo resulted in the deaths of 13,000 people, predominantly ethnic Albanians. Kosovo declared independence in 2008, a move recognized by over 100 countries, but not Serbia. So what? It is possible that this connection will increase tensions in Kosovo in the near term. However, it is positive that people are being held to account for their actions during this time. Ideally, such cases could deter people in the future, as they will see that they will face prosecution no matter how long they escape. So on to the next story. The mayor of Paris demonstrated her confidence in the cleanliness of the Seine River by swimming in it on Wednesday. This symbolic act was intended to show that the river is safe enough for the upcoming Paris Olympics, where triathlon and open water swimming events will be held in the river. Swimming in the river has been illegal for over a century due to pollution concerns. But dressed in a wetsuit and goggles, the mayor descended into the water that was exquisitely cold by all accounts. Efforts to clean the river have been extensive, with at least 1.5 billion invested into water quality and the ecological state of the river. Her office highlighted the significance of these events, and her office highlighted the significance of these efforts as the games approach. Despite the efforts, concerns are still persisting around water quality, with tests showing high levels of sewage contamination until recent improvements were noted. Though organisers have contingency plans to move the event to another location if heavy rain affects the water quality during the game. So what? Though it is quite funny, it is unlikely that this political stunt will subdue critics against the mayor and the amount of money spent on the games. One thing I do hope is that they have been putting as much effort into security as they have been on increasing the river quality, as this event will be quite high profile. And on to our last story. The Bucharest Court of Appeal has ruled that Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan must remain in Romania, awaiting trial on human trafficking and rape charges. This decision overturns a previous ruling that had allowed the brothers to travel freely within the EU. The court dismissed the request to replace the restriction on leaving Romania with one that allowed travel within the EU. The ruling came after an appeal by prosecutors maintaining the judicial supervision status that is reviewed every 60 days. The brothers, under investigation since late 2022, are accused of forming a criminal gang to sexually exploit women, involving coercion into forced labour and pornographic acts for financial gain. Romanian authorities identified 6 victims who were subject to physical violence, mental coercion, and sexual exploitation, with the victims alleging they were lured by promises of love and then intimidated and controlled, forcing them into pornographic activities to benefit the criminal enterprise. The Tate brothers, initially denied and later placed on house arrest, were released in August on condition they remain in Romania. Though the legal troubles for the Tate brothers extend beyond Romania, as they are set to face extradition to the United Kingdom to face separate charges of rape and human trafficking, as well as tax evasion, dating back to 2012 and 2015. So what? While the brothers continue to deny the allegations, the state appears to have a significant amount of evidence, and that they have used it to overturn the previous ruling. Though it is possible they are innocent, the road ahead for them looks tricky, as they face some significant charges across at least 2 countries, with eyewitnesses and victim accounts. Only time will tell how their cases unfold. Thank you for listening to the Intel Briefing, your daily intelligence brief on global geopolitics, brought to you by HM Intelligence. If you want to support the podcast, tell your friends to help them stay informed, and leave us a 5-star review. Or if you want to learn more about intelligence, why not take one of our courses? They're all online, self-paced, and affordable. Thank you for listening. I've been your host Daniel, and I'll see you in the next episode.